Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of, or no, this is for quarter one of 2025. Someone asked me if I would do quarterly readings. I said, sure. So that's what we're doing. You have this hidden gem card and this luck and money card, so that looks amazing. I definitely feel that both. And you have a star, which is also amazing. So definitely improvements coming in for you at this time. The hidden gem card, definitely makes sense with the star card. The star is about really believing in something. She is pouring this water here onto the earth, and that water is flowing out into the world. It's coming from the pool of universal consciousness. And so the whole point of the star card is that if what's possible for one person is possible for everyone, because the water is pouring out onto the earth. And so I think that a lot of you need to believe that something is possible for you. This is probably something that you're trying to establish in your life and with the King of Pentacles. And, I think you just need to keep trying and keep putting in energy here. It's like, it's almost like that what is popping into my head is that practice is the only thing that's going to make you better. I don't know if that makes sense to any of you, but that's kind of the energy I get off of this card. It's like the hidden gem, the luck and money card, really good cards, and they're definitely, this definitely could be something you're working on that could make you money. But for whatever reason, I feel the word practice is popping into my head with this King of Pentacles. It's like you can only get good when you practice, right? And it takes time, and so it's kind of funny because I've been working on these new shorts for my new channel, and it's like I do this all day long. I talk to a camera, I have no problem, but like when I try to do a short, it's like I turn into like some sort of weird awkward robot, right? Why? I have no clue. I just can't get it. I don't know. I can't get the things moving. So what did I start doing yesterday? I started doing 10 shorts a day. I did 10 shorts yesterday, done, dusted, recorded, ready to be published, right? I'm just going to bang them out until it's not awkward anymore. But, that's kind of the feeling I get here on the King of Pentacles, that you need to practice something. You have the star. I kind of feel like this is something you have your eye on. The star is a North Star. It is like your guiding light. It is having that one big wish or goal, dream, whatever that you focus on. I forgot to say we're doing past, present, future, outcome. So this first row is your past position. So there's clearly something that you have had your eye on. And, I think you need to believe that it's possible for you to have it. I don't think you have it, whatever this goal is, because you have the Five of Pentacles right here. So it's like there's something you want that you don't have, is kind of what the first row is saying to me. I think it needs more practice, whatever it is. And again, it could definitely be financially related or work related, or it could also have to do with foundational work. So it could be the beginning of something. The King of Pentacles, sometimes I feel that he represents us needing to lay the foundation of something. And it could be anything. It could be love, your health, business, spirituality, whatever you're working on. Doesn't matter. But, I think that you need to believe that you're good enough. The solution to the Five of Pentacles is not to not call attention to your weaknesses. You have to focus on your strengths with this card. And so, that's what I would do with the Five of Pentacles. But let's see what we get here for you. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Wands. Again, card of conviction. Seven of Wands says when you know that you know, when you deep down inside, deep in your DNA, when you really believe that you will accomplish something, that's when you will accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish. So we really have to believe in ourselves with the Seven of Wands to get something to work or to find success. With the star, you have the King of Cups. This is probably something that would make you feel emotionally happy as well. The King of Cups has very deep emotions. And, there's actually a couple things that I'm getting here. The other thing I'm getting is that I think you need to explore the reasons why you want something. This could be a goal, wish, or dream that you're working towards that you don't have yet. The King of Cups he's sitting in the middle of the deep ocean, and he has explored his emotions to a very deep level. And because he knows everything about his emotions, he isn't worried about the choppy waters that are going on around him. So, it kind of reminds, and, here's the other thing, is that the King of Cups normally has a boat in the background here, and the boat represents something very specific. It represents a time where our ancestors would get on boats and they wouldn't know where they were going. They were just hoping to find land. So it kind of represents stepping into the unknown. And maybe that's part of the problem here, why you don't have this wish yet, is because you would have to do something that is unknown. You don't know what the outcome is going to be. But we go to your card, the Chariot, right here, which basically says, the outcome could be success, right? With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Wheel of Fortune. I kind of feel like it's saying the same thing as the Five of Pentacles because the Wheel of Fortune, for most people, spins in all over the place, whatever direction it wants, right? The wheel can spin forwards, it can spin backwards. Most people do not control the direction of the wheel. The whole point of the Wheel of Fortune is we have to double down on the good stuff and get rid of the rest to be able to get the wheel to spin forward, to spin in the right direction. And so I feel like you have to let go of all the reasons like why you can't do something, and you need to focus on the reasons why you can. And that's what I would do there. Next, you have this Divine Intervention card. It says, angels are working behind the scenes to assist in the miracles you've requested. Love it. Really good. You have this Inner Goddess card. It says, express your divine feminine energy and loving wisdom will transform your life. So you have a lot of wisdom that you can share. I also think that there could be miracles. Didn't you have, I'm pretty sure you had like that Miracles Are Endless card with me in the Animal Oracle deck that I used the other day. So definitely could be some miracles coming in for you. You have, again, this is your present position. You have the Temperance card, the Page of Wands, and the Magician. The Temperance card is card of patience and alchemy, trying to turn your situation around. I kind of get a little bit of like, what are you waiting for energy here as well, Cancer. So it's like if you're waiting for the perfect moment to do something, I feel like that, really the time is now. So I would definitely get to work on whatever it is that you're working on or creating or building. Because I think, there's really like no reason to wait is what the card is saying to me. You have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is about moving towards your enthusiasm. So if something is exciting you, or if something is exciting to you, like an idea, a goal, wish, dream, direction, then I think you need to start moving in that direction. Again, the Page of Wands, he really just follows his enthusiasm. Something excites him, and he moves towards it. You have the Chariot right next to him. And so the Chariot is about really taking control of your situation, really kind of like having the willpower, right? The Chariot says where there's a will, there's a way. I do get like a little bit of an unstoppable energy for you here, Cancer. So I think that, but I think the unstoppable energy would come from the Seven of Wands and the Chariot. Seven of Wands, like I said, it's like there is no other option. We're talking about the high vibration version of the Seven Wands, which again, cards are just energy. We can choose to put ourselves in this energy. So I would make the choice to be in the energy of there is no other way. When he really believes that there is no other way than for him to be successful, that's when the guy on the Seven of Wands becomes successful. When he knows that he knows, when he believes it deep down in his DNA. And the Chariot is very similar. So I definitely think that working on your mindset or your beliefs around what you're trying to accomplish would be a good idea. You have the Magician. Yeah, it's like your unlimited potential, unlimited power. The Magician can manifest with any of the tools that are in front of him. So I do feel that you could be using your tools. Magician to the Chariot, to me, represents setting yourself apart and reinvention. The Magician is all about reinventing yourself. The Chariot is about moving in a new direction. And so, I look at them as kind of similar because the Magician might have to, he isn't really changing who he is. We think of reinvention, it's like he is changing who he is. But he is just embracing the parts of himself that he's just never shown to the world. He's like embracing his truth, and that's how he's reinventing himself. And he's working with energies that he's passionate about. The Chariot, he is kind of reinvention, because he is leaving the city behind him behind. He's moving in a new direction, and I think that would be very good for you. With the Temperance card, you have the Two of Cups. Temperance, he's mixing two cups together. So, yeah, the Two of Cups could represent love, and, there could be a little bit of love coming in for you, Cancer, if you want it. But I kind of feel this is talking about, like, working with your higher self. Two of Cups, I always say, is you and your higher self. And it's about communicating with your higher self so that you can, follow your path or follow your journey or do what you want to do in life. And I think that this card is saying that you need to listen to your higher self. We do also go down on the Four of Wands. So again, if there is love coming in, this is your outcome row. And the Four of Wands as an outcome would be marriage. With the Page of Wands, you have the Seven of Cups. I'm pretty sure you always get this card with me. Seven of Cups, because I'm pretty sure, I always say to you, Cancer, that he's looking at those cups above his head, but he needs to manifest that dream on Earth because he's not sure what's going to happen unless he manifests that dream on Earth, unless he brings it down. So I think for a lot of you, this is about, kind of bringing a dream down to Earth or manifesting something down on Earth. And that's what I would focus on with that card. With the Magician, you have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands can represent conflict or competition. I was getting something about your truth with this Magician card, like revealing your truth, or it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I think we're embarrassed to show the world a skill we have, or maybe we're embarrassed to, talk about something, or maybe we're embarrassed to do something, right? Like, he's been using a skill for a long time with one of the suits. It's like maybe he's been using his creativity, but maybe he needs to use his logic to make something successful. And I kind of feel like some of you are questioning whether you should with the Five of Wands. This is a card, sorry, that was backwards. This is a card of conflict and competition, but, I think the conflict is inner conflict. Like, do I make a change to the Chariot? Do I move in this new direction with the Chariot? And really, I feel the answer is clearly yes. Next, in your future position, you have this higher power card and this intuition card. Yeah, I definitely feel like a higher power is guiding you at this time, because you have all the inner goddess card, you have the divine intervention card. So there is clearly some divine guidance that is going on in your life. And what I would pay attention to is the justice card. Justice is justice, but it's also cause and effect. So with justice, if we put energy into something, do we get energy back? That's what justice asks. It's cause and effect. If you take an action, do you get a result? If the answer is yes, keep going. If the answer is no, make a change or stop and move in a different direction. And so I think that, kind of like paying attention to justice would be a really good idea. I would be careful of speeding, by the way, this month, January, I would say. I would say the whole quarter, no speeding. You have the Chariot and the King of Swords. These aren't bad cards. Chariot can be your car. King of Swords can be law and order. So I don't know. It popped into my head. So no speeding for sure. But there you go. You have the Chariot. The Chariot is you, Cancer. So you're showing up in a strong position. Whenever you show up as yourself, it puts you in a position of power and strength and really allows you to get what you want from the reading. So there definitely could be some big victories, or you could be finding success. The Chariot is also about alignment. The Magician is also about alignment. He has these stars up here, these moons right here, represents as above, so below. The Magician is as above, so below. All he has to do, and all the Magician has to do, is align with the energy of what he wants, and he will get it. The Seven of Wands is about believing in something so deeply that you get it. So that is alignment. I think that, the divine is trying to guide you into alignment with what you truly want out of life. And I feel there is a little bit of this like go with the flow type of energy here, and needing to like trust that you're going in the right direction. So I feel that with the Chariot for sure. You have the King of Swords. King of Swords, again, can be law and order. I just got that message, be careful of speeding. So, again, I wouldn't speed this for the next 3 months at least. I would say until, like, the end of April, really. We have Mars. We're in the Mars retrograde shadow until April 30th. Mars goes direct on February 23rd, but we're in the shadow until April 30th. So I would, for the first, 4 months, I would drive slow. Drive like a grandma, right? The King of Swords can be a card of knowledge and wisdom, or turning knowledge into wisdom. And I think all water signs have a great opportunity at this time to take what they have learned for many years and turn it into something else. With the Justice card, you have the Five of Cups, regrets, right? No speeding at this time. Like I said, I would be careful of that. The other thing is that there are normally 2 cups behind this guy here. So if you are looking for love, I feel that this is definitely saying you have to release the past, or you have to release a past connection for a good chance at finding something new. Sorry, I just messed this up. So let me fix this real quick here, Cancer. But yeah, I would, again, like I said, I think you should release the past with this energy. With the Chariot, you have the King of Wands. King of Wands is bold decisions, which the whole entire reading is definitely saying that it is really about like taking control or making bold choices. So if you make a decision to move in a direction with the Chariot, the King of Wands, I feel, is saying to kind of like stick with it, and see things through to the end. I always say that the Four of Wands is a finish line. It is a card of marriage, but it can also represent completion. It is a card of completion or wrapping something up. So with the with the Chariot and the King of Wands, I feel this is saying if you make a decision to do something, see that decision through all the way to the end. The Four of Wands is also the card of freedom, as I always say. And so I think that a lot of you could be setting yourself free with bold decisions. With the King of Swords, you have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a card of expansion. Again, obviously, if we take knowledge and we turn it into wisdom, we're expanding our knowledge, because knowledge is just knowing something. Wisdom is putting your knowledge into practice and being able to use it and really learning from it. So I think a lot of you could be expanding because you're turning knowledge into wisdom. Next, in the area of your outcome, you have this parrot spirit. It says, watch your words. You also have this grasshopper spirit. It says, take the leap of faith. Yes, definitely some sort of risk that you could be taking at this time, Cancer, to take a leap of faith in a new direction. Or, again, you could just be taking a leap of faith towards a goal with that star card, and I think that would be a great idea as well. I think you need to, use empowering words against yourself, speak to yourself as if you have already accomplished whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish here, and I think you will be extremely successful. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is about carrying a heavy burden. I don't feel too bad about this. I didn't even pull these cards. So you start with the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is a card that says, do not give up. And we're going to clarify this again, since I randomly pulled that Ten of Wands. So, Nine of Wands says don't give up. Ten of Wands is having already put in a lot of work to do something. This kind of makes sense to me, because sometimes I think we put a lot of work into something and we just kind of are like, okay, I'm going to give up because I'm not getting anywhere. And I do feel this is saying, like, do not give up. I'm pretty sure I said that to you in your January reading or your January bonus reading recently. I'm pretty sure it was you. So definitely don't give up on what you're working towards. You have the Death card. The Death card is a transformation. I also feel like this is saying, like, be willing to change, be willing to make the changes that you need to make for things to be successful. Be willing to adapt and evolve. The Magician, again, he has mastery over all the suits in the tarot. He does not need to accomplish something in only one way. He has, all those suits that he has in front of him are the ace versions of the suits in the tarot. So there are many ways that he can accomplish anything, and he just needs to use all his skills. You have the Four of Wands. Again, could be marriage if you want love. Definitely could be a person. It could be like you have fire and air here. It could be any sign, general reading. You actually have water and air over here as well. It could be someone that you see as very bold and assertive. Could be someone who's older than you as well if you're looking for love. The Four of Wands, like I said, I think a lot of you are also setting yourselves free with this energy as well. With the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands, you have the Queen of Pentacles, which is Capricorn, your opposite sign. So a lot of you could be feeling more resourceful at this time, or you could be working on your resources. And money actually looks pretty good because we have the Luck and Money card and the Hidden Gem card. But I feel like this is something you need to commit to, like an idea for making money or something that you're going to work on to make money would be a good idea. With the Death card, you have the Hangman. The Hangman is obviously about being in Hangman mode. He's putting himself in Hangman mode to gain enlightenment or to find answers. And so the good news about the Death card is that the two pillars from the moon show up right here, and the sun is coming up between the two pillars. So it's almost like you're receiving enlightenment or you're getting answers for the path that you're on. With the Four of Wands, you have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is planting seeds in direction. It's equal give and take. So I feel pretty good about that. If you are attracting a person, you could be attracting a person who has good equal give and take, or a person who's willing to have good equal give and take. So that looks good. You have this extremism card. I would be careful of extreme ideas. We have Neptune moving into Aries this year. It is going to retrograde back into Pisces. But one thing I will say is Neptune in Aries is extremism. It's like extreme ideas, extreme plans, things like that. And so, the problem with Neptune and Pisces is that when Neptune moves into Pisces, people will be looking for a savior. And, again, the problem with that energy is that people are like, oh, this person has all the answers. They put a person on a pedestal, and that person ends up being Jim Jones, the guy who makes you drink the Kool-Aid, right? So don't drink the Kool-Aid this year. I think that's true for everyone. Plain and simple. You have this control card. The whole entire reading is about you taking control of your life and moving in the right direction. So there you go. You have this influence card. If you are finding love, I would be careful of external influences. A lot of people last year and this year already are getting these cards where it's like you could get in a relationship and then their crazy ex comes in and like tries to ruin it. So be careful of external influences in connections for sure. You have this ostentation card, really good card. Trust your gut because this card says you can tell the difference between something that's real and something that's fake. So I would trust your intuition, your gut, your inner voice, whatever you want to call it, on anything that you're dealing with. And finally, you have this affair card. This is like a positive affair, not like a cheating affair. This could just say that there is a new connection coming in for you. So definitely a possibility. But I like this, Cancer. Definitely moving in the right direction. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your next 3 months.